All right, back again with another collection update. Another big one because I'm just buying a lot of stuff. There isn't really any other reason for it. I've gathered again a bunch of stuff here, so let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. I'm trying to make this again. I'll start the video by saying that I'm going to try and make it a bit shorter than I usually do, but and then it will end up being like 40 minutes long anyway. So yeah, I'll start with the PS5 as usual. I picked up a copy of the Plague Tale collection. So this has the two games. Now, these two games have been released over and over again on the PS4 and the PS5. I've never bought them before, so I decided I'd get it. I'll also unbox this because it has some steelbooks in it. I want to see the designs for the steelbooks. So, yeah, Plague Tale. I've wanted to play these games for a long time, but it's just, when you're looking for deals, buying video games, and sometimes you just don't end up finding the deal. And that's the case for these games. I've just never run into them for the right price. But yeah, I decided to go for this. Has a cardboard box, feels a little bit flimsy, not the highest quality cardboard. Oh, there's only one. Oh, there's only one steelbook. That's weird. Oh, it includes a steelbook. It's not two steelbooks for both again. So there's a steelbook, has some art, right? Collectible steelbook, and it has in it nothing. Does have places for the cases. This isn't sealed. That's interesting. Usually these are sealed, so they are saving plastic. That's nice. So yeah, 2 discs, 2 games, and then it has some download code stuff, probably. Yeah, some cosmetic stuff, I guess. Yeah, happy to have Plague Tale, both of the games in the collection. Like third person, I don't even know exactly what the genre is, but third person exploration, kind of horror games, but not really. Not sure. Usually I don't like finding out too much about the games. I know that I want to play the game, so I haven't read any reviews, watched any review videos. I don't know anything about the games really, other than the setting. It's set during like a plague, surprise, in European history. So seems interesting. I also bought some bargain bin horror games. Don't know if these are any good, but they are horror games and I want them in my collection. So I bought a copy of Scholar's Mate, which looks like a quite typical first-person horror game. Don't know much about it. Also bought a copy of Shame Legacy. These and Scholar's Mate come with these slipcovers. Another horror title, don't know much about it. These are only Peggy 16 games, so they aren't probably like really hardcore violent. Speaking of hardcore violence, I finally bought myself a copy of RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business, which is the standalone expansion storyline for the RoboCop game. I think the RoboCop Rogue City release from, was it last year or 2 years ago, was really surprisingly good. I like the game a lot, so I'm excited to check out this one as well. Then no PS4 again. I think, was there any PS4 last time? Probably not. Interesting. But yeah, PS3 again. Some flea market pickups. I picked up a really cheap complete in box copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2 Ultimate Edition. Now, I already have a copy of Battlefield Bad Company 2, but it's not the Ultimate Edition, so it's... Do I need this? Not necessarily, but it does have a little bit of a different cover art going on and the different spine and everything. So it does have some download codes, probably expired like a decade ago. It doesn't really matter if I show it. And does have a really boring black and white manual. There are some pictures at least, so that's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, never played Bad Company 2. I like the first game a lot. I've played the first Bad Company game, so I like that a lot. So now I have 2 copies of Battlefield Bad Company 2. Like, at this point, I'm starting to think, like, am I becoming a hoarder or not? Like, is this hoarding? I have 2 copies of the same game that I haven't played, but they are different editions. Is it hoarding? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. At least I'm not buying 10 copies of, like, Sneak King on the Xbox 360. That would be hoarding, right? Another flea market pickup, one of these PS3 shooters that I skipped originally. It's Inversion, published by Namco. Has this some sort of a gravity gimmick to it, where you can shift gravity. There are a lot of these. Well, this is a boring manual. This is by far one of the worst manuals I have ever seen for a PS3 game, right? So yeah, there are lots of these shooters on the PS3 that kind of came and went and nobody's talking about them anymore. Some of them are pretty good, right? And then a surprising flea market find. I didn't expect to find this. It wasn't really that cheap. I think I paid like 15 euros for this, but considering how uncommon this is, kind of surprising. So I found a copy of The Cursed Crusade, which is kind of it's an action game. Didn't get really great reviews, but it is not the most common game out there. Usually it goes for like 30, 35 euros, I guess. At least the last time I checked eBay. So yeah, finding it for like 15 euros, it's a pretty good deal, in my opinion. Also, otherwise clean copy. It does have a little bit of, like, I don't know if you can see it, but right there on top of his head, there's like a wrinkle on the plastic. But it's not in the cover art, it's just the plastic. So if it becomes really valuable and sought after rare game, I'll probably change the box with something else, right? And then I also bought a 4th PS3 game. This is not a flea market pickup, but it's not an expensive one either. So this is a Midway Arcade Origins, which has a bunch of arcade games in it, released by Warner Brothers. So this has stuff in it like Joust, Defender, Rampage, Gauntlet, like really like well-known old school arcade games. Has Smash TV in it, Spy Hunter. So pretty good stuff. And it's not an expensive PS3 game either. So I don't know if these versions of the games are any good, but I mean, they are old school arcade games. Like, how can you mess them up? So Midway Arcade Origins added to the PS3 collection. Then I got a couple of PS2 games here, some flea market pickups to start with. I picked up a copy of The Sum of All Fears, which is a Tom Clancy book and a movie. This is a licensed game for that, a PlayStation 2 era shooter. Has a nice pink disc and an underwhelming manual. That's unfortunate. Don't know anything about this game. Looks pretty generic. Could be good. I don't know. It was really cheap, so I got it. I also picked up a copy of Jak and Daxter. Kadonnut maailma. This is Last Frontier is the English title. It's the... How many games are there in the Jak series? This is the 6th one, I guess. There's 1, 2, 3, then there's X, and then there is Daxter on a PSP, and this is the 6th one, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, Jak 1, 2, 3, and then the combat racing game, and then the PSP game, Daxter, and then this one. So this is the last new Jack game, I guess they made. Never played it, don't know anything about it, don't know if it's any good. Just, I've been meaning to buy a copy of it for a long time, but never really got around to it. So running into it in a flea market, that's a pretty good deal. Got it for cheaper than usual. It's one of those rare PS2 games that has an orange case. There aren't that many of them. There are some games like this. I think there is a MotorStorm game that had an orange case. I'm pretty sure that is correct. Maybe some other ones as well. But there aren't that many games out there that have cases for the PS2 other than the blue or the black ones. There are some white ones, I guess, for SingStar and some red ones as well, but those are quite few and far between. Right. And then I also just ran into a copy of Fantavision. Never played it. This one got a PS4 re-release a while back. So I'll probably get the PS4 version at some point to play it. But, a couple of euros for Fantavision. Does have some annoying stickers on the cover. Cannot be removed too tightly stuck. This is kind of a funny like a memento, actually, this round sticker. I'm pretty sure that is from Tilt Pelikauppa, the game store chain that used to exist in the early 2000s in Finland. Tilt, they had a chain of game stores, and then they also had a TV show, like a game review TV show here in Finland. So I'm pretty sure this is from there. I've had a couple of games that had this. I'm pretty sure that's from there. Or maybe it's Anttila, one of the huge like mega stores. Well, the scale of Finland, when I say mega store, I'm using like this. It's not really a mega store, but used to be a huge chain of these like malls all over Finland. Doesn't exist anymore. It could be from there as well. I can't really remember which one it is, but it's one of those childhood game stores that I used to buy games from. So I get a sense of nostalgia from it, even if I cannot exactly remember which one it was for. So yeah, that's Fantavision. And then I also picked up, just from an online auction, no one else wanted it. Well, I didn't really want it either, but I just bought it anyway, because it was like so cheap. I bought a copy of Without Warning, released by Capcom, which is a third-person shooter. Looks a lot like a ripoff of Siphon Filter. Has some horrendously bad review scores that it got. So yeah, it's probably not great, but whatever. I didn't have it in a collection, and now I do. Also, this is one of the most annoying things ever. The text on the spine is not centered. Holy shit! I am like, I cannot deal with this. My OCD is bursting my veins on my forehead just looking at that. It's the same with the Turok game on the PS2. The Turok Evolved or whatever. It has like a fucked up spine as well. It annoys me so much. Right. And then I bought a bunch of PS1 games. I haven't bought PS1 games in a while. I was excited to get a bunch of them in one stack. 3 games here that I played as a kid, never owned a physical copy, and then one that I've never played. So starting with this childhood nostalgia, starting with a banger, this is Action Man Mission Extreme. I remember playing this game as a kid all the time. A Nordic copy of it, really clean, nice used copy. It does have a little bit of a crack. I think there was a little bit of a crack somewhere. Maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, Action Man. There are a couple of Action Man games on PS1. I think I have 2 of them. I wouldn't be surprised if there were more of them. Just a boring black and white manual, unfortunately. It has these like changes in the perspective. It's like a third-person action game, but it also has these driving sections, top-down and everything like that. So a little bit of variety to the gameplay. Then I bought a copy of the classic run-and-gun game Apocalypse, featuring Bruce Willis's face. Really sad what happened to Bruce Willis with his health problems and everything. But this is from back in the day when he was in full force. And I remember playing this at my neighbor's place. My neighbor had a copy of this. I never owned it myself, but I played a bunch of this game, never finished it. So I'll definitely check this out one weekend. Just put this in and play for a couple of hours, see how well it has aged. I remember back in the day, I liked this game a lot, but a lot of reviewers didn't enjoy it at all. It got some pretty bad scores. I have no idea why, because it's an arcade-style top-down shooter. Also has a ad for Taifu. The manual has some sort of a sticker. Is that like for protection against burglary or whatever? We've never seen this sticker before. That's strange. I don't think I have anything else that has this kind of a sticker in it. That's weird. Well, there's an ad for Taifu, which I do own, Wrath of the Tiger. Wow, this is a dull manual as well. Why are all of the manuals in this video awful? Nothing really worth showing. I guess I didn't flip through all of them, I guess. I didn't even open all of this. These all are complete in box as well. I sometimes forget to flip through the manuals, but yeah, when I'm just trying to come up with something to say about the games, I just forget sometimes to go through the manuals or properly even show what I'm talking about. But whatever, it is whatever. Right, and third game that I played as a kid is the original Driver. I'm pretty sure I don't own a copy of this. I do have Driver 2 in the collection, but pretty sure I don't have the original. Does have a little bit of a crack on the back cover. One of the best-selling games on the system. Great racing games, both this and the sequel. Like single-player racing games, racing against the clock. This one does have a nice-looking manual. That's cool. Full-color manual with some nice visuals. Right, like this is what you want to see when you as a little kid, you are in a mall, you buy a game, and then you are in the backseat of your parents' car, driving back home, and you have the game in your lap, and you open it, and you flip through the manual, or read through it all the way to home, and then you put the game in, and you're amped up because you've seen all these cool pictures of police cars and stuff like that. Right, so this is how you do it. For all the game developers out there, this is how you do it. That's a nice manual. Really nice manual. Right, and then fourth PS1 game, I bought a copy of Star Wars Dark Forces, which is a beloved Star Wars game. I don't know if the PS1 version is the best one, because I'm pretty sure this one also had like an N64 release and stuff like that. Could be wrong about that. I'm not a Star Wars video game expert by any means. But yeah, it does have a sticker on the artwork. It's underneath there. So someone at a game store opened the case. Like if you've opened PS1 games, you know that it's not the easiest thing to do. It's really easy to break the cases because it's hard plastic. So someone opened the case, put a sticker in there, and then closed it again. What a guy. Virgin Interactive Entertainment, my favorite type of entertainment. Yeah, there's an ad for Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. I almost bought a copy of Rebel Assault 2, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. Maybe I will. Maybe it will appear in a later episode. Or in a later collection update. Right, so there's the video game stuff. Then I have a bunch of Blu-ray to go through. A bunch of it. A lot of stuff to go through. How am I going to fit everything on screen? Is that fine? Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. I guess I have enough room. Right. So I've accumulated a bunch of stuff over the recent months. Some of these I've bought like long ago, but I've stored them in my closet and kind of forgotten about them. So I thought I'd do a closet cleanup. I picked up everything I had there that I haven't shown in a collection update video yet, and I'll just go through all of it. So this will probably take like 2 hours, but let's get into it. I bought from Amazon UK a copy of one of my all-time favorite horror movies. This is a Criterion Collection release for the classic movie Godzilla vs. Biollante. I absolutely love this movie. It is after the original from the 1950s, the original Godzilla. This is my second favorite Godzilla movie of all time. Right? When this was announced by Criterion, so this is now a couple of months ago, like multiple months ago, when this was announced by Criterion, a lot of people were scratching their heads, like, why are you releasing Godzilla versus Biollante? Like, they released the big box set of Godzilla movies, the really big one, that has, like, how many has it? It has all the 50s and 60s, 70s movies in it, so just a dozen Godzilla movies or so. Why are you releasing an individual copy of Godzilla vs. Biollante instead of doing a second box set, right? But Godzilla vs. Biollante definitely deserves its individual release. It's really fun. It is one of the darkest Godzilla movies. It's a proper horror movie. Most of the Godzilla movies are kind of like funny and campy, like man in a suit monster movies, but this one is a proper horror movie. There's a man-eating plant, like a mutant plant that's eating people and destroying everything, and Godzilla has to fight against the plant menace. It's great. It's fantastic. Also, what's fantastic is that Amazon sent this, as they usually do, without any proper packaging. So it broke on the way. The case is cracked. It's destroyed. And I got all of my money back. So I got this for free. I'll just have to get a replacement case for it because it's broken. So thank you, Amazon. I would much rather have just paid full price for a copy of the movie that isn't broken. But what are you going to do? There's also this booklet with some writing, and on the other side a nice poster of Biollante, the plant monster. That's cool. So that's Godzilla versus Biollante. Just need to get a replacement case to fix the broken hinge. Right. I also picked up a copy of, actually a bunch of Criterion movies here. Picked up a used copy of Love Affair from the 1930s. It's an old school Hollywood movie. Never seen it. It's one of these small booklets that it comes with. These foldable ones. Has some art there. Production credits. And then a bunch of writing on the other side with some artwork. So there you go. I'll slowly move it. If you want to read it, you can pause it and try to read it. I don't know if it's possible, but I did my best. So there you go. That's Love Affair. Haven't seen it, don't know much about it. Interested in finding out if it's any good in the future. I also got a used copy of Detour by Edgar Ulmer, another early movie from the 1940s. I wanted to say early Hollywood movie, but I'm not actually sure if this is a proper Hollywood movie. Probably is, but yeah. Anyway, it does come with a booklet as well. There you go. That's good enough. Haven't seen this one either. And then I bought these are sealed, but I bought these used, kind of like these are second-hand market pickups, but they are still sealed. I bought a copy of Kiss Me Deadly which is a beloved Robert Aldrich movie from 1955. Should be really good. Also picked up a copy of My Man Godfrey. I don't think I've seen anything by Gregory LaCava. This seems like a good starting point. Also from the 1930s, lots of old movies here. Like a comedy, screwball comedy movie, as far as I know. And then I picked up a copy of The Philadelphia Story featuring Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, James Stewart. Can't really get any better with the cast there. From 1940. Some good stuff from Criterion. Right, from 88 films, let's talk about some dirt next. Can't have too many art house movies back to back without getting something a little bit dirty in there. Right, so 88 films. I bought a used copy of this old release that I missed originally. This is Two Evil Eyes, film by George Romero and Dario Argento. Never heard of this before, but never seen it. But you know, if it has Argento and Romero in it, maybe it's worth checking out. Could also be really bad. The cover art is really nice here for the Italian poster. And there's some boobs, of course, as per usual. Does come with some art cards. So I'll try my best. No, I fucked it up immediately. Right, has some art cards. There's the boobs again. Yeah, there we go. Can I get this back in the band? Oh, I did. Good. And also has this really, really small booklet. Yeah, I got this one. And then I got a couple of the movies released earlier this year by 88 Films that I originally skipped. Got these during a sale. So I don't have a full collection of the Nikkatsu Roman movies, but I am again getting close to having a full collection of them. So I picked up a copy of Night of the Felines. I think I'm missing a couple of the latest ones. Like there's like an Emmanuel movie, and then the incredibly named Sex Rider Wet Highway. That one I don't have either, and probably something else. Yeah, I picked up Night of the Felines. It's directed by Noboru Tanaka. I'm pretty sure I watched something by Noboru Tanaka a while back that I kind of liked. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I picked it up. I can't remember. And then I picked up a copy of Gate of Flesh. This is not the Seijun Suzuki version of the story. This is the Hideo Gosha version. Limited to 4,000. I have number 308. So there you go. Always nice to have some more Hideo Gosha. Fun director. That's it for 88 films. What next? Let's go back to like quality. Let's talk about Eureka. Now if I'm not mistaken, they announced a 4K release for La Notte by Michelangelo Antonioni. I'm pretty sure that's right. So now I've seen a bunch of people selling their old copies of La Notte, so I picked up a Blu-ray copy of this. This is quite an early one. It's number 47 for the Masters of Cinema line. So yeah, one of Antonioni's most well-liked, most highly regarded movies from the 1960s. Never seen it. Does have a really thick booklet as well. Notes on viewing. Some interview stuff. Not that many visuals. There's photo of the final scene in La Ventura. I wish this, like, they have a lot of writing in a booklet, so I guess they wanted to avoid having too many like pictures from the movie, just so that it wouldn't get too thick. Yeah, Lanotte. There you go. Also picked up used copies of The Skull. So this is by Eureka, but not Masters of Cinema line. It's a horror movie with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in it. One of the 200 probably that they made in the 1960s with these guys in it. Never seen it. I will probably watch that during October this year at some point. Oh wait, is this video? Oh no, this video is probably coming out in late October. So I don't know. I'm right. So I'm recording this in September. This is what is it? September 19th, I think. I'm recording this now. Is this November? This could be November's pickups. I can't remember. I'm recording a bunch of stuff before, like, in advance, just because I have a lot of busy times coming up with work. So I just want to make sure that I have like things lined up, because I don't have the time to record. Probably maybe for a couple of months I won't have a lot of time to record pretty much anything. So I have a bunch of videos that I have lined up already. So this could be November's pickups video, maybe. So if this is November's pickups video, I probably have watched that movie already, like a month ago at this point. So yeah, it's confusing, but anyway, let's move on. I picked up a copy also of Man Without a Star, which is a Kirk Douglas starred Western, directed by King Vidor. The name sounds familiar, but I can't remember what else he has done. Does it say so here on the back? Not really. Well, it's a Western, has Kirk Douglas in it, so that's immediately a buy for me. Kirk Douglas is fantastic. His performances are always great. There you go. When was this released originally? 1955. And then lastly, from Eureka, I bought a copy of, this is from the Montage Pictures line. This is Werewolf, which, as far as I know, is a concentration camp movie. It's a Polish movie. Has a bunch of kids. Is this the movie where a bunch of kids escape from a concentration camp? I think it is. It sounds horrifying, so I wanted to get it. Yeah, there you go. Werewolf. Next up, let's go to Arrow. I bought some used stuff and also some brand new stuff. So first up, I upgraded my copy of Audition by Takashi Miike. I have just a standard reprint copy of that movie. I upgraded it to this steelbook, fancier release, really nice art. Also has does have the J card also, so it came with this J card attached to the steelbook. It's still there. Also has a ad for Battles Without Honor and Humanity. 2 discs, DVD and Blu-ray, and a booklet. One of the great 1990s horror movies, one of the best from the decade. Like, really disturbing stuff. Really good stuff as well. So if I get the chance to upgrade a movie that I really like for cheap, I'll do it. So that's Audition. Then I picked up used copies of The Visitor. This is a Italian horror movie. First print with the booklet. Well, that's a fun picture. It's a gun enthusiast in the making. This booklet is more about visuals than writing, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, like it has John Huston in it from the pictures. I didn't know that. So yeah, Italian horror movie, The Visitor. Don't know much about it. Then I bought a used copy of Mark of the Devil. This is one of the pretty early releases from Arrow, I think. One of the video nasty movies that shocked boring people in the UK back in the day. Really, I love this old school poster art. Positively the most horrifying film ever made. Probably not, but I know. I don't know. Could be. There's some nice visuals for you to enjoy. Lots of torture. Lots of British people. And there you go. That's Mark of the Devil. Who was this directed by? Michael Armstrong. Yeah. Oh, it has Udo Kier in it. That's good. Then I picked up for cheap, thank God. I've been looking to get some of these for a long time, but they've been kind of pricey, so I managed to grab these for really cheap. These are some of the early, like long out of print erotic thrillers that Arrow released really long ago. I guess this is from 2013. So I got Camille 2000. They released a couple of movies in this vein, but not too many. Yeah, I don't think I want to flip through the book for this one. I guess I'll take a look myself. How many boobs are there immediately? Well, there's one. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to flip through the book. Lots of nudity. So yeah, Camille 2000. And then I also picked up The Licorice Quartet, an erotic duet for 4 players. I don't know how it's a duet with 4 people, but all right, you can use your imagination to figure it out. Let's take a look at the booklet. Yeah, there's nudity, lots of nudity. Yes, yes, all right, yeah. So, not going to show that. All right, moving on. The Licorice Quartet. And then I bought during one of the Arrow sales a while back ago. I bought these. I found them at the back of my cupboard. I kind of forgot about them. So I bought a copy of Incubus with William Shatner. This is not the same movie as the Incubus released by 88 Films, the slasher movie. This is a different movie. So pretty confusing that they were released pretty close to one another. This Incubus by Arrow and the other one by 88 Films. Don't know much about it. I if I remember correctly, it's kind of a folk horror movie, but yeah, I haven't watched it, so we'll see. And then I bought a copy of The Last Starfighter. I had a copy of this movie, but it was A region, so an American copy. So I sold that and picked up a UK copy instead. So I don't have a region A player. So there you go. The Last Starfighter, sci-fi movie. What next? Let's go through this random stack of stuff. So I have 3 network movies here. This one I've had for a long time, but I'm pretty sure I never included this in any of the collection update videos. I found this at the back of my cupboard one evening when I was looking. I was looking for something. I was looking for... What was I looking for? I was looking for The Fugitive with Harrison Ford, but I never found a copy of it. But I did find this, so I found Victim, released by Network, a company that doesn't exist anymore. It's one of those really controversial movies that's kind of... It's like, I don't know if it lives up to the hype, but yeah. It's one of these movies that were banned and like, shocked people. Don't know much about it. If I see that the film has been banned and it's now released for the first time uncut or restored or whatever, I'll probably be interested in getting it, because I'm interested in extreme films. It's great. Another movie by Network that I picked up is Waterfront. Don't know much about it, but I got it for cheap. Yeah, it has Richard Burton in it, which is great. And then I picked up a copy of a horror movie, also by Network. This is The Nightcomers. Has Marlon Brando in it, doing heinous things to people. Looks good. Looks to have kind of a gothic thing going on with Marlon Brando in it. So could be good, could be awful. I don't know. Then I got a copy of this mess. I bought Hobgoblins, which is an infamous movie. This is one of the lowest rated movies of all time in IMDb. So obviously I want to get a copy of it for myself. And this is region-free. Vinegar Syndrome has 2 discs. Never seen it. It's one of those Gremlins ripoff movies that came after Gremlins. One of the low-tier Gremlins ripoffs. Right, and then I got one film by Signal One. This is Guns at Batasi, a North African adventure war movie. Sounds ridiculous. Has 2 discs. Both of the discs have the same art, so if you want to look at the face of this guy over and over again, you can do that on both discs. The inside cover art and also the back cover art. So you have 4 times the face. That's good value for money. Also, the spine is not aligned, but properly. That pisses me off. Right, I picked up also one premium collection release, and this is Soylent Green, the classic Charlton Heston food movie. I know, like, if you don't know what Soylent Green is, I don't want to spoil it to you, but yeah, it's a movie about food. So Soylent Green added to the collection. From Third Window, I bought from a friend of mine this. This has been out of print for a while, and it's becoming really expensive. I got a good deal on this from a friend of mine. I bought a copy of 1001 Nights and Cleopatra, which is a animation collection. So 2 animation films, Japanese films. Haven't seen either one, but they should be pretty good. They look quite fabulous. Yeah, it also has a booklet. Let's take a look at that. There's some animated boobs, I guess that's fine. And a really large leg. I don't know if that is correct when you look at the proportions, but alright. Oh, so it's just writing. No visuals to enjoy. So yeah. Glad to get this. I also picked up a copy of Napoleon. I guess this also there was an announcement, not just now, but a while back, that this would get a 4K restoration. So glad to have a Blu-ray of this in my collection, because I don't need a 4K of when was this released originally? 1927. I don't need a 4K of a 1927 silent film, right? For real. Does the film really benefit from a 4K upgrade? It's a 1927 silent film. Come on, man. But yeah, glad to get this. It's really heavy. There are a bunch of discs. Act 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, this is just a massive film. How long is it? Like 4 hours at least? 332 minutes. Is that accurate? If that is accurate, I'm going to die when I watch this. Maybe I'll watch one disc at a time. I don't know. But it's very highly regarded and generally thought of as one of the all-time great silent films. So, just that's a great photo. The dog looks like he's perplexed, like he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, there's the classic Napoleon. Abel Gance. Yeah, just for like film education, I'm interested in checking that out. All right, then I guess I'll end with Radiance. So after a long time, I bought some Radiance stuff. I have 5 here, 3 of them from the September slate of their releases, and then 2 older ones. So got a copy of Alon San Fun. Still hasn't sold out. Every person who I know who has seen this movie loves it. Yeah, and yeah, this is a single pressing of 3,000, so there won't be a standard edition of this. Directed by the Taviani brothers, featuring Marcello Mastroianni. I mean, sounds good already. You've sold this movie for me. I also picked up a copy of Welcome to the Dollhouse. This came back from the dead, this movie. It went on eBay for over €100 at one point, and then Radiance just announced, "Oh yeah, we have more copies of the limited edition. Do you want to buy it?" So yes, please, thank you. So I got this for retail price. That's good. One of the early ones that I was missing. I'm now only missing 3 from the original 20 spine numbers. So that's Working Class, Goes to Heaven, The Hotspot, and A Man on the Roof, which are all quite pricey to get. So yeah, Welcome to the Dollhouse by Todd Solondz, kind of a comedy movie, I guess. And then these are the September movies that I got. So these are everything but the World Noir 4 box set. So I got Los Golfos, directed by Carlos Saura, a Spanish movie, like a youth crime movie, if I remember correctly. I did look into it. Like I had never heard of this movie before, but it seemed interesting. Also, the other Spanish movie that Radiance has released, The Dead Mother, I think is very underrated. It was a great watch. So yeah, Los Golfos. And then the samurai film The Betrayal by Tokuzo Tanaka. I'm hoping that this means that they are releasing more of Tanaka's films, because there are many samurai films that he did that are very highly regarded but have never really been released in the UK or the European region. So The Betrayal, picked that one up. And then I picked up this one that I will probably watch after I finish recording, which is In My Skin. This is a French extreme horror movie, one of the ones from the early 2000s. Never seen it, but I'll definitely check it out. So there you go. That is all. That's my storage emptied. So the next pickups video, I'm guessing, is going to be a bit smaller, hopefully. But it could also be that I'll just end up buying a bunch of stuff again. So who knows? It is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and yeah, I'll see you probably next week for something else. Bye.